Somalia, the easternmost country on the African continent, has a history as rich as its ancient stories. Known as the Horn of Africa, Somalia juts into the Indian Ocean, shaping its destiny for millennia. Somalia was a crucial trading hub in ancient times. The ancient Egyptians called it the land of Punt. They sought frankincense, myrrh, and other precious commodities. These resins were used in religious ceremonies and perfumes. This trade brought wealth and cultural exchange to Somali shores. Around the 7th century AD, a new force began to sweep across the Arabian Peninsula: Islam. This monotheistic religion, with its message of peace and unity, quickly spread beyond its birthplace, reaching the shores of Somalia. Islam's arrival in Somalia marked a turning point in its history. It provided a new framework for social organization, law, and governance. Mosques, like the ancient mosque at Zayla, became centers of learning and community life. The Somali people embraced Islam, and it soon became interwoven with their cultural and linguistic identity. The Arabic script was adopted for writing the Somali language, and Islamic teachings permeated all aspects of life, from family traditions to legal practices. The arrival of Islam also strengthened Somalia's ties with the wider Muslim world. It opened up new avenues for trade and diplomacy. Somali merchants traveled as far as China and Southeast Asia, spreading Islam and Somali culture along the way. The rise of powerful Somali empires dominated the Horn of Africa. These empires, like the Ajuran and Geledi sultanates, left an enduring legacy. The Ajuran Sultanate was renowned for its innovative hydraulic engineering. They constructed elaborate wells and cisterns, ensuring a reliable water supply. The Sultanate of Mogadishu grew wealthy from controlling trade routes. These empires were also patrons of art, architecture, and literature. The Fakhr ad-Din Mosque stands as a testament to their architectural prowess. Section 4. A century of colonial rule. The dawn of the 19th century brought with it the spectre of European colonialism. European powers, driven by their insatiable appetite for resources and influence, began to carve up the African continent. Somalia, with its strategic location and untapped resources, became a target of their ambitions. By the end of the 19th century, Somalia was divided among Britain, France, and Italy. Each colonial power pursued its own agenda, exploiting Somalia's resources and disrupting its traditional social structures. The British Somaliland Protectorate, French Somaliland, and Italian Somalia were administered as separate entities, sowing the seeds of future divisions. Colonial rule had a profound impact on Somali society. It introduced new administrative systems, legal codes, and educational institutions. While some of these changes brought improvements, they also often came at the expense of Somali traditions and autonomy. Section 5. Independence and unification. The winds of change that swept across Africa in the mid-20th century brought an end to colonial rule. In 1960, both British Somaliland and Italian Somalia gained independence. The dream of a unified Somali republic encompassing all Somali-speaking territories seemed within reach. On July 1st, 1960, the Somali Republic was born, fulfilling the aspirations of many Somalis who yearned for a united and independent nation. Aden Abdullah Osman Dar became the first president, and Mogadishu, the former colonial capital of Italian Somalia, was chosen as the capital of the newly unified nation. The early years of independence were marked by optimism and a sense of national unity. The Somali government embarked on ambitious development projects, aiming to improve infrastructure, education, and healthcare. However, this period of hope was short-lived. Section 6. Somalia today. The latter part of the 20th century saw Somalia engulfed in political turmoil, civil war, and humanitarian crises. The collapse of the central government in 1991 plunged the country into chaos, leading to a protracted civil war that continues to cast a long shadow. Clan-based factions vied for control, and the absence of a functioning central government created a power vacuum that allowed lawlessness and violence to flourish. Millions of Somalis were displaced, forced to flee their homes in search of safety and a better life. Despite these profound challenges, the Somali people have demonstrated remarkable resilience and a deep-rooted commitment to their cultural heritage. The spirit of community, embodied in the Somali proverb Midnimo Wazug, Kalakaibsanantana wa Tabardaro, unity is strength, division is weakness, continues to provide hope for a brighter future.